Alright, I just bought another bottle collection. Paid $275 for it. And this is the best bottle out of the group. It's from Raleigh, and it's the clear one that's turned purple. It's in near mint condition. It just needs about a day and a half of tumbling. And here's the second best bottle. I've dug a number of these, but they are always cracked. This one is probably an attic find because it still has the stopper in mint condition, and it's so clean. That's probably worth about $225 by itself. Probably the third best bottle is this Honey Amber Hutch. Needs a bit of tumbling, but other than that, it's a pretty good one. And then we got the New Bern Hutch with the Dannenberg name. Could use a bit of tumbling also, but other than that, it's a mint bottle. I don't know what it's worth, but I would say between 100 and 200. Then I got this one from Anderson, South Carolina. I don't know anything about it. It's a Hutch though, and it's not really damaged, except it's got a bit of etching from being in the ground 100 years. And then we got a Pepsi from Raleigh. It's got a bit of a lip chip, a bunch of scratching, a bunch of staining, and a chip on here as well. Probably only worth about $25 or less. Then a Trenton, New Jersey, with a chip out of it even. That's probably about a $10 bottle. Then a half pint flask from Cincinnati. Then a bank jar. Probably holds about 4 ounces. Then I got this bitters from Richmond. It's really badly stained up, but I've never seen this particular bottle before. Then we got this Big McCormick with the B on it in a flask type bottle. Altamont Pure Rye. It's got the original labels on it. But it's only from Baltimore. That's not a very good city to have one from. Then I got one of these poisons from England. It's a pretty big one. Holds about 8 ounces. And another one in a slightly different variety. It's got a nice applied top. But being from England, it's not really the kind of thing I'm interested in, but I might be able to get $17 or $18 for it. And then a Carter's Ink. Then we got the F.E. Mayo Company. And that's from Washington, North Carolina. I don't recall seeing one of these before, but it's basically unembossed in the most important areas. So maybe $10 if I'm lucky. Electric Brand Bitters. Not exactly a rare one, but maybe $20. And another one in a nice Honey Amber. Just because of the color, that's probably worth $30. And then I got the Four Roses. It looks like it's from about 1918. It's machine made. Or could it be from 1932? I don't know. It's kind of one of those mysterious things. It's either late teens or mid-30s. Then here's the other variety in a nice Honey Amber with a patent date of 1914. But it has an odd top on it. I don't know what year that is. I would say it's 1917 to 1920. And then a Piso. I kind of collect these because you can get them in about 15 different colors. Then a couple Washington, North Carolina painted label drugstores from the 30s. Here's the little 1 ouncer. Then a Cobalt Poison. maybe $20. And a nice cobalt cone ink bottle, machine made, about 1919. And then we got this thing. It is probably from the 1700s. Yeah, it's definitely bottled. Unfortunately, it got cracked in the transporting over here. This isn't really the kind of thing I try and collect. I don't know anything about it. But it came with a collection, so hopefully I can sell it for $50 because the guy said he paid a lot for it. And then I got this Swami's Panacea. It's kind of a neat looking bottle, but it's really not worth much. I put one on eBay for $10 and that's all I got. Then I got several of these. They're a pretty bottle, but they don't really sell that well. I'll be lucky to get $8 for it. This is the older variety. It's the olive green and it's kind of got a whittled effect. It's probably from about 1905. It's got an applied top. And here's the third one. This is obviously the newest. It has a feel to it like it's from the 40s. And then I got a nice fruit jar. No lid. It's kind of stained up, but otherwise it's not bad. Probably worth about $15. And then the I.W. Harper whiskey. It's a turn of the century. This company was still around in the late 40s. I don't know if they're still here now, but that's probably worth about $18. Then I got 4 case gins. This is definitely the best one. It's got an applied top and it's embossed. It's got a nice color to it. And then this one, no embossing on it, and it's machine made, so it's probably only worth, I don't know, $14 or $15, I'd say. Then I got this, it's applied top. It's very dark. Without the backlighting, it's almost a black glass. No embossing, but it's in good shape. So I'm gonna say it's probably worth about $30. And then I got this one. It's got all these ribs on it, but it does have a few problems with it. It's got a crack in it and a couple dings or bruises right there. It's also a machine made with no embossing. In that condition, I'd say I'd be lucky to get $10. I got this purple whiskey fifth, 30 fluid ounces. The only one of these I've ever found came out of New Bern, so it's probably from there also. It's got the 3-piece mold going on. I don't know what it's worth. $10 or $12, I'd say. And then I got this flask. Don't know where it's from, but the embossing's pretty neat. It's blown in a mold, 8-ouncer. Probably worth about $12, I would imagine. Then I got this, I think it's olive oil. It's as big as a whiskey fifth. It's blown in a mold and very clean. I've seen one of these on eBay with a paper label on it. Had a picture of a lady with butterfly wings right there. Even without the label, it's such an interesting bottle that I would say it's still worth $17 or $18. Then I got this inside screw thread San Francisco area whiskey. There's not very many inside screw threaded bottles from the United States, but still it's not that valuable. It's probably a $25 to $30 bottle. And then I got the Payne's celery compound. Even though it's probably from the 1890s, it's just not very valuable. I would say it's worth $14 or $15.